Okay, so this is sort of what I do to prepare right before I run, like maybe the drag before or maybe even a little bit earlier. But I'm going to get these horses kind of coming across. I just got on this mare and she ran on last Friday. She's had a few days off, a couple of days off. So I guess one day off. Anyway, I want to get them kind of backed off and really, really ready to get down and turn. So that's all I'm doing here. And if I'm in a small holding area, then I might only be able to trot. Out in the warm-up pen, I might, get him into a canter. And this mare does have a tendency to kind of elevate through the neck and whatnot. And so I'm just kind of working that out of her. Again, I just got on her. There really wasn't any preparation. So she's a little bit less worky than usual. But you can see sometimes I back them up, and then sometimes I'm just going to go from the stop to a turn. And I want them to I'm not going to try to make this horse do a reining horse turn, which is when the inside hind leg is maintained most steady and the outside hind leg moves around it. Of course, also, I don't want to do a cutting horse turn, especially where the hind leg moves backwards, kind of like it did just right there. I'm really not that uncomfortable about a horse kind of moving right there, like that hind quarter out, because we do have to go around an object. Mostly, I want this horse really dialed in that you're going to have to shut down and turn here pretty soon, within the next 5 or 10 minutes. So you better be getting it on your mind. This is what I mean by connecting the horse's brain to the task, and just warming up is not loping circles. In fact, I can't really show you because I don't have a videographer. This is just my round pen. I set the camera on some duct tape on a chair. So anyway, I like to do these straight lines, and then my corners, I take them soft and open, much like you would in a dressage class. Very forward, everything moving in line, not like here where I'm shutting them down and turning them. I will do some of that, but I try to warm up in a lot of straight lines with some soft corners, because that's what barrel racing is. It's a straight line with a soft corner. Straight line, soft corner, straight line, soft corner. And, if you're just loping circles and circles, you're not really preparing the horse for the next task. You're studying for a different test. Okay, so right there, she got a little bit pushy. That's okay. She thought I was going to turn her a half turn and go forward. And that is kind of my opportunity to be like, nope, let's keep turning. If I've got a horse that turns really, really hard and sharp to the right, then I'm probably not going to work it on a lot of rights. If its weak side is the left and vice versa. So just keep that in mind. But this is what I want to do with my horses before I run them, because I don't want to go in there and be like, hey, remember what you were taught 2 years ago? Yeah, just wing it. I want to get them, I call it getting dialed in. I was a loper for a cutter. And after we do warm them up in a bunch of circles for a long time, but right before they go in for that cut, there's a lot of, preparation like this. Not exactly like this, since cutting is a backwards hind leg movement. And of course, the shutdown is obviously more soft than this 4-year-old is demonstrating, but still, you kind of get the picture. So with your horse, you need to really get in her grill a little bit, get her sharp and focused and ready to do the task so that she can do it, not you. Those straight lines during your warm-up, rather than just a bunch of circles, is going to, get her prepared to make straight lines in between the barrels. Doesn't that make sense? And just kind of ironing out any wrinkles that seem to develop during most of your runs. Without barrels, I will on some horses go out there and work a pattern if there's one set up in a warm-up pen somewhere, but generally, if I haven't brought it with me on the trailer when I left the house to go to the show, I'm not going to find it at the barrel race. So a lot of times my procedure is going to be more like just kind of dialing them in before they run. So I'll just kind of go through this. I'm going to get her forward. She tries to kind of hit a little canter right there, and then I'm going to bring her down. We're going to back up a little bit. I don't always back up, but she just kind of was a little bit pushy, so I backed her off the bit, turned her around, go forward, whoop, back up. Golly, how many times am I going to back up? All right, I think this time, yeah, I stop and then I bring her across. I don't like to back up all the time. I like to stop and bring them across. Stop, bring her across, go somewhere, whoop, bring her across. That was the horse farting, not me. And then right there, she gets a little bit pushy, so I'm going to address that. I kind of, I don't want to feel that, but if I do, by golly, it's like, okay, now I've got an opportunity to let you know how serious I am about being sharp. Such an elegant mare. I mean, I'm really kind of not really showing her very elegantly, but there we go. So, the next thing is, do you know how to address a horse as a rider with the appropriate timing and cues to have one execute this? I mean, I'll just kind of find a little spot where I might be able to break that down. I'm going forward, and then as I stop, it's kind of hard to see. I don't just pull on both reins at the same time. I'll take one and then the other, one and then the other. Of course, in my reverse, it's still kind of hard to see, but I move each hind leg back, and that way I can get that leg to reach. Watch this. I'm getting right as, you cannot tell a horse's leg where to go after it's left the ground. So right now, right there, I'm touching my left rein with right rein pressure so that she doesn't turn to the left, but I'm mostly getting the left rein to bring that left leg back. And then I'm going to take my right rein and touch it to the outside, and that's going to make her reach. That's how you get that reach. Right here, I think I back up. Yeah, so you can see that right rein, left rein now. Left rein now, and the right rein is just going to have enough tension on it, and then after I release the excessive tension on that left rein, I'm going to apply a little bit of straight back pressure with the right rein to get the right foot to sweep across. This might be better. So left rein, right rein, left rein, right before the leg leaves the ground, right rein, across. And now I'm going to touch it, the right rein again, across. There we go. And I use my outside leg right before the inside leg is about to leave because I want to push it. I want to tell it to reach across, reach. So right here, see the right leg is about to move, so I'm engaging it with that neck, that off rein pressure. I hate to say neck pressure, it's so dumb. And we're gonna go forward. And then right there, as I stop, right there, right rein, and then the left enables. Again, this mare's not really soft in the face, whatever. She's better when she's a little better warmed up. So let me go back to this and not make excuses and just do what I'm supposed to do. Bring her down. Right leg moves, then the left rein moves the left leg, then my right rein again moves the right leg. And that's how I get them really, really dialed in. Once they, are really dialed in, I'm not going to be, I'm still going to have good timing, but I'm not going to move each leg individually. I might just have one hand on the rein, touch it once, and then expect them to make at least a half of a turn on their own. I'm looking where I'm going. So yeah,